Boo.
Welcome to
Day 6.
Day 6.
The worst day.
Worst day.
The worst day ever instead of the best day ever.
It's the absolute opposite of the day when you walk on the ship.
Yeah, today's day 6 of our Disney cruise. Still kind of counts. We get to at least eat breakfast.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for a spot to hide.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
I think I could fit under the bed, actually.
You actually could, yeah, but it'd be really obvious. It's 6:44. I mean, because it's like so high up, like it's the first spot you see. It's 6:44 in the morning. It's Thursday. Today is the last little tiny bit of our cruise. So we have breakfast at 6:45, so we should probably go. Everything's all packed up. Bed's a mess,
Ready
but
to
the
go.
room's emptying. And then we have to say goodbye. So we get to go and eat breakfast at Royal Palace. It's the sit-down location for today. Cabanas is also open. So is the Cove Bar for people that need coffee, fancy coffee.
Specialty coffee.
But we're just going to do the sit-down place because our flight's not until 3:30, so we're fine eating the breakfast and then...
We have a ton of time.
Yeah, we have a lot of time. So
It's going to be a leisurely travel day.
yeah,
For the most part.
hopefully. So let's go to
All right, we'll see you
breakfast.
Good to go.
Okay.
Right in Royal Palace, sir? Yes. Enjoy breakfast.
Okay.
One side.
Good morning. Lisa. Yeah. We'll go through. Good morning.
Good morning. Do you have a favorite memory?
Huh?
Do you have a favorite memory?
Getting on board.
Yeah.
It's probably a good one.
Sounds really exciting.
Meeting all the Marvel characters. Yeah, we'll have to do a debrief maybe at the airport. I'm excited.
Want to do French toast for breakfast?
Yeah, I think so. Hi. Are you? Oh, okay. Yes, we both got the French toast. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, looks really good.
Looks good. I think we're back on our normal like connection now that we're back in the port. I don't really want to clear anything yet though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, how happy are you that we're at self-service again?
A little happy that it's back to reality, huh?
Yeah.
Which is depressing.
Self-service still great.
No, I think because we're still inside the ship.
Yeah.
Something for the airport. Submitted our little comment card. Devin filled it out last night.
Yeah.
And there was a special insert for Marvel Day at Sea, so we got to rate that as well as the cruise overall.
And it was kind of nice looking back at the cruise as we're filming it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this really was like awesome. Great cruise.
Agreed. Are you hungry?
Very.
Oh, good. I'm not.
Now that I've seen the French toast.
Oh. I'm not too hungry yet, but I'm sure I will be by the time the food gets here. It's nice to have one last like sit-down meal. We never go to restaurants.
We haven't been really
Since COVID, yeah. We haven't been inside a restaurant to eat really, except for I think my brother's birthday.
Yeah, very rarely. I think we can count on like less than 10.
Yeah, way less than 10. It's probably less than 5. So it's kind of been nice to have that again. We'll probably go back to our takeout habits, but
We also like our house.
Yeah.
Because our house is great.
for sure. But this has been fun.
We got breakfast.
French toast, hash browns, bacon. I feel like you got more bacon than I did. That means yes, I did. And a berry thing. I think it's berry compote.
I just got a text, which is the first time that's happened.
Oh, that's
No.
funny. I had a bunch of spam texts and text saying that my text didn't go through.
Is it a bunch of people saying like, is it the spam ones of like, here's your guns?
No, it's the locked out of your account ones.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, hey, that's the one I just got.
Oh, nice.
Your Amazon account has been locked.
So glad we're back to spam.
Thanks, America.
Want some
Yeah.
syrup?
Yeah, you can just get right back on. So we're at the airport.
Yes,
Miami
we made
International. We made it through security after waiting a couple hours.
We got an hour and a half. It's 10 a.m. right now.
So we had to wait until 6 hours before check-in before they would let us
Yeah,
drop our
pretty
bags
sure
off.
it's 4, but they somehow let us through. Hopefully that means our bags will still make it. But
They're bagged and tagged for Reno, so fingers crossed.
at least we'll be home. As long as we make it home, I'm not as worried about the clothes and stuff.
Fair.
We can wait for that if we need to.
Yeah.
But we're waiting for Starbucks. Finally.
It's per usual.
After 6 days, however many days. I don't know, a long time. A million years. Whatever day, Saturday.
Yeah, we got it Saturday.
That's not even that long, huh?
Not too
Sunday,
long.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Went 4 days without. Right? Because today's Thursday.
Yeah. I'm sorry, dear.
Feels like so.
To put you through so much for my birthday cruise. So getting out of the port was pretty easy.
Yeah, especially with our bags, it was easy. We just got out of there really early.
got out
I
of
guess
there.
if you have a late flight, if you have like an afternoon flight, you know, maybe you don't need to rush to get off, right?
Right.
You can let them take your bags and stuff, but
They're a little more leisurely, but yeah, we got out. We had breakfast. We got out.
yeah.
There's a lot of people, I guess, for folks leaving from that port. If you've never been there before, there's a lot of folks who will immediately descend on you to try and sell you rides.
Yeah.
Which, okay, if that's your cup of tea, just to grab a ride from a random person, go for
Well,
it.
it's not a random person. It's like shuttle service.
Well, yeah, there's shuttle services and stuff, but yeah, we grabbed an Uber and came to the airport. There was a surprising amount of very upset children leaving the stickers.
A lot of upset children. I think there's some upset children in the airport
Yeah,
that had to leave a Disney cruise this morning, and it's been rough for them. They've had a rough go
it
of
was
it.
a rough morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. All right, we'll update again once we find a spot to settle.
Yes, and might get my Starbucks. It's hot. It was hot last time too.
Yeah, they make it very hot here.
It's good though. Just very, very hot.
I'm just waiting on my very, very cold tea.
Yeah. It's iced tea. Okay, thank you.
Lauren went to get it for me. She's very nice.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. Tea.
It says light ice, but it doesn't look like it, does it? But
No, that's all right. Peach iced tea.
it's a iced peach green tea lemonade. That's what you get.
The best thing on the menu.
Not always available places. They don't always have the peach.
Oh, it's so good.
It's good to be reunited, huh?
Yeah, I get it.
Right.
All right, let's take our bougie drinks. Get out of here.
All right, Devin, reflection time. Yeah, reflection
Yeah, let's
time.
do
You
it.
ready? Okay. Overall, let's just start with like an overall. Out of 10, how would you rate your Disney cruise experience?
I guess if we're comparing, I'm obviously going to compare it to RC.
Just as a cruise experience in general. I don't care what you do in your head.
Oh, okay.
But as a cruise experience, what would you rate it? Just give it a number. Out of 10, what does your gut
like
say?
7.
A 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what was the best part?
Marvel Day.
Yeah, Marvel Day was your favorite. That was your favorite day.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of Marvel Day?
Actually, the Heroes United thing was actually really cool.
The show at the end of the day.
It's a toss-up, I think, between that
And the characters?
The character meet and greets in the morning that we did.
We had a lot of fun meeting those characters. It was surprisingly fun. What's one thing that surprised you about Disney Cruise Line?
How family, and I know this is dumb because we should have known this going in,
Yeah.
but how family and children focused the cruise actually was.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair that there was like less adults only stuff, it felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like everything was like family, or I think I felt a little left out in a way that like I don't necessarily feel left out in the parks, because we can do our own thing or whatever. But like we're in this little self-contained universe of Disney that isn't really meant for people without children or children.
Yeah.
So,
That's fair. Do you think you would do it again? Would you do Disney again?
absolutely, yeah.
You'd do another Disney cruise?
I
Trying a different ship? Would you go on the Dream again? Would you do Marvel Day at Sea again?
I don't think I'd do Dream again.
Okay.
It was a wonderful ship, and I liked it. But if we were going to do a Disney cruise again, to go through all the expense and all the other stuff that comes with Disney, I would want to try a different ship.
That's fair. Kind of the collect
Yeah.
them all Pokemon style of cruising, right?
Yeah, well,
wanting to try other ships.
I mean, on the other hand, though, like with RC, I would go on adventure again, like right now,
Interesting. Okay.
just because I don't know, it just like experience-wise felt different.
Yeah.
It was really awesome.
What about Marvel Day at Sea? Is that something that you would seek out again?
Yes, I think if we're going to do another Disney cruise on another ship, if it was between two ships that we wanted to go on, a deciding factor would be whether or not there was a theme day like that, like Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you try a different themed day, like the Pixar, or if they brought Star Wars back?
I definitely would not try Pixar.
Yeah,
because
it definitely feels like it'll be meant for a lot more little kids again.
Right, because we're already on a ship that's geared towards family and children, or that feels like it is. And then you have the added thing with Pixar where, based off of what we're seeing already from the first Pixar review, that it really is really geared towards kids.
And little kids.
Little kids, yeah. So like that would actually be a factor for me to not pick that cruise.
Okay.
Yeah. But
That's
I would
fair.
do Star Wars Day for sure.
Yeah, you'd try it?
I'd do a Marvel Day again before a Star Wars Day. Just because I'm a bigger Marvel fan.
Yeah.
But Star Wars Day would be cool, I think.
Okay. And then, because you're already kind of doing it, so you're saying you would do Royal Caribbean again before Disney, right?
Yes. When it comes to experiences and price point and sailings, all of it is fairly equivalent. Disney just costs way more. And I don't know, I just felt a lot out of place on the ship, you know, because we weren't children or parents.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. But overall, you enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Would you recommend it to a friend?
Yeah,
Would you recommend it to friends without kids?
I would. Yeah.
Yeah. As
I
an
would.
experience?
Definitely as an experience. I would have, just preface it with like, just be warned. Lots of kiddos, lots of family events, lots of whatever. But I mean, as a cruise, like you still got we still got that wonderful beach on Castaway Key, which
Yeah,
was
that great
adults only.
private
And
adults only beach.
there was like maybe 50 people there all day.
Yeah, it wasn't bad
There
at
was
all.
nobody there. We are a basically private beach for all day.
Yeah, it was very low key over
And
there.
it had everything that the family beaches have. It's
Yeah, you had the bikes, you had
Yeah.
the floats, you had the snorkel, you had all of that
You had
kind
the
of stuff.
wonderful beach.
Yeah, the water.
Yeah, and the water was like glass. Like,
Yeah, it was
amazing.
beautiful.
It was amazing. I really liked Castaway Key. Was
It was
great.
very clear.
I would go back to Castaway Key again.
too.
I don't think I would go on a Disney cruise that didn't have a day in Castaway Key,
Oh, okay, interesting.
because that's a big selling point for me. Coming off of the island and enjoying it as much as I did,
Yeah.
that would be one of the things that I would look forward to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So back at you.
Yeah.
We're just a few hours off of our Disney ship. What were your thoughts? Initial thoughts?
I did really like it. You gave it a 7 out of 10. I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. You know, I'd probably give it that B instead of that C.
Yeah.
I did really like it. I agree. It's a lot of kids. It's in a lot of families. We did kind of know that going into it, right? But you're never fully prepared for it.
Once you're in
I
there.
feel like because at the parks, you do see more adult groups and stuff like that. And you do see more adults kind of doing
Yeah.
their own thing. Versus on the cruise, we saw a lot less. Even though our dinner companions were just adults, it still was kind of strange. I'm thankful to that we weren't like
very
sat
thankful.
with like a family or something like that,
Yeah.
because that would be really awkward. And I'm sure Disney does that on purpose. I do think like you can't beat Disney in its theming and its customer service and its care. You know,
Totally agree.
you feel taken care of when you're
Yeah.
with Disney, right? And you feel safe when you're with Disney. There's just nothing that really can beat that. I agree that I probably wouldn't seek out another Disney cruise for a while. I would love to try a new ship, but yeah, I don't think I would seek it out as quickly as I would seek a Royal Caribbean cruise.
Yeah.
I think just Royal Caribbean is better for us personally.
For sure.
I think there were more adult activities that we participated in, and there were less like children. And I mean, some of the biggest downfalls for me with our Disney cruise was just hearing the children screaming and running up and down the hallway all
night.
day long and all
night,
night long, like into the late hours of the night.
It's typically between like 1 and 2 before the kids like settle.
Yes.
Just running up and down the
Yep.
hallways. Yeah.
And screaming
Yeah.
for no reason. So that was really disappointing because I feel like on Royal Caribbean, I never heard people running up and down the hallways.
For sure.
And hearing people in the rooms next to us, we
that,
heard a lot of that on Disney, and I didn't
Yeah.
experience that on Royal Caribbean.
That didn't happen at all on
No.
RC. Yeah.
Now, granted, with Disney, we were in a connecting room, so I don't know if that is different because maybe the wall is a little bit thinner with the connecting door there. I don't know, but we were able to hear the people on both sides of us frequently.
Yeah.
I think a big part of that too is that Disney in the stateroom puts the bed first and then the couch.
Yeah.
Royal Caribbean put at least on Adventure of the Seas, we had the couch and then the bed, I think.
So you were closer to the veranda.
And you're farther away from the door where all the noise would be. And I don't know, maybe that makes a difference. But I was really disappointed because I would hope Disney would be better at noise control because they
Right.
know going into it they're going to have a lot of children.
Yeah.
And then like at the shows, just all the screaming kids and stuff like that
And
too.
nobody settled ever.
Nobody ever settled. It was
Yeah.
constant movement and stuff like that on all of the shows and all of the events, you know.
Right.
So that got old kind of quick.
So, if Disney were to offer any sort of another themed thing, what themed thing, even if it doesn't exist right now, what
Yeah.
themed thing would Disney put into a ship that would get you back immediately,
An adults only cruise.
like a Disney adult?
Yeah,
That would be great.
doing something like that would get me on a ship pretty quickly. I would love to try the Pixar theme. I love Pixar movies. That was
Yeah.
our childhood, right?
For
a lot
sure.
of those classic ones, Toy Story and not Lion King. I don't know why I said Lion King, but Toy Story and stuff like that was our childhood.
Yeah, we were
I think that'd be
4 and 5 when Toy Story came out.
I think that'd be a lot of fun, but I agree. I would never actually do it because it would be very geared towards little kids. I don't know. I don't know what other theme besides it just being adults only. Still being completely Disney, but adults only.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd ever do that.
No,
I don't think
so.
they think there's a market for it, even though there definitely
Which is wild,
is.
right? Yeah, because Disney adult is a thing. Like I keep saying Disney adult. That's not a phrase we made up. Like that's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
And childless Disney adults are a thing too.
Yeah, and we're becoming more and more prevalent. The childless adults. Yeah. So maybe someday.
Maybe someday. I would definitely try that. But I am thankful that we tried it and gave it a shot. I think Marvel Day at Sea was awesome. I'm so surprised at how much fun that was and all the characters and stuff. But I'm also very thankful that our next cruises are Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
I think that's the right setting for us.
I think the Alaska cruise is going to be very chill, and I don't think we talked about this a little bit on the ship, but the Alaska destination might not be as popular for families just because there's just a lot of ship time.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out.
Wilderness exploration.
I don't know. But there might be because it's summer, so kids will be on break.
It's fair.
So it might be more families. Because when we saw Brian and Carrie do it, Brian and Carrie of Using Cues, they have their own YouTube channel, and it's very good, especially if you do like Royal Caribbean.
Very good.
But they've also been on multiple Disney too. They went on it during kind of the COVID times, so they had less ship capacity, but I think they also went in September, so kids weren't in session, so that might also explain why our kids weren't in school. School wasn't in session. So that might also be why.
Kids just phase out.
There weren't as many. I'm sure that's how parents feel. There weren't as many kids maybe on their cruise. Good experience though.
Yeah.
Glad we did it. I think it was a good birthday one. A splurge for a birthday.
Me too.
It does make me want to go back to the parks in some ways.
It actually did, yeah. Hearing the music and being just kind of enmeshed in that universe.
That theme, that culture.
It's like, yeah, I gotta go back to the park now.
I just don't want to plan that.
No. So we actually met one of our table mates is a travel agent. Apparently, they're based on the East Coast out of South Carolina. So maybe they can help us out with that.
At least with Disney World, yeah.
Yeah, with Disney World. So we're in Miami. Our flight got delayed. Apparently there's some issues up in Chicago. A lot of the U.S. is getting blasted with really bad winter weather right now. So our flight was coming into Miami from Chicago. So it's all goofy up there. So we had an 83-minute layover in Denver. And now we have, if we can get in on time, we have a 20-minute connection we have to make. Lauren's gut was feeling we should stay with what we have instead of take the alternative, which would have gotten us into Reno 3 hours after the normal time that we had originally planned on, which would have been midnight, so not particularly good. But Lauren's gut says go, so I trust her. And at the bare minimum, at least we're moving. So we don't want to get stuck on the East Coast. So hopefully it goes well. It'll be all right. Either way, I'm not feeling too concerned about it. In the meantime, I'm going to grab some lunch. We're thinking Quiznos today. We'll see. I haven't had Quiznos in a long time. Probably since they had those weird little monster goblin things as their mascots. The whole "we love these subs" thing. I can't do the voice. I guess I'll let you know how it goes. It smells really good over here.
United States passenger Ryan Ross, Jeffrey Carlson.
Lunch acquired. That line was massive. I got a little bit of a hard time from the lady for Lauren's edits, but we made it out. We figured it out together. Teamwork. So just a heads up as well for folks traveling, the Delta Sky Club no longer does day passes. So I was thinking, bookstore. I was thinking oh, it'd be cool if since we're delayed, we could just go chill in the Sky Club for a minute. But no, unless you're like an actual member, like a card holder, or however the hell you get into these things, you can't get in anymore, which is really sad. Because we had a great time in the Sky Clubs at in Iceland and all that, the Saga Club and whichever other one we did. I don't know. I have to go back and watch the videos. But yeah, it's a bummer. All right, can you please repeat what you just told me?
Okay, well, context first. It's
we're
1 o'clock.
We're doing a thing.
We still have like 3 hours to wait for our delayed flight. We're doing, it's what kind of quiz book are you? I just got this off of Amazon.
Yeah.
But I love those little like
great.
quizzes, you know? It reminds me of my childhood. I used to do those all the time and post them on my MySpace page. It's a good book if you want to get it. But I just asked Devin a quiz, and it's choose some movies to reveal what people love about you. And he picked mostly B's. He said B for Devin. I made a good joke there. And the results were you're hilarious and can always make people laugh.
Well, with the context,
it's less
not
good.
It's not as satisfying.
You just wanted me to say you're hilarious and you can always make people laugh.
Yes.
You just wanted that part of it. Okay, well, we'll just edit out my explanation and I'll just give you compliments in the video. How about that?
Just a montage.
A montage.
I guess it would be fairly out of place. But I would
You
still
need context. We're just trying to kill time because, oh boy, do we still have a lot of it. And we're both standing awkwardly now because we've been sitting for a few hours.
And we don't want to sit on a plane for another 6 hours.
Yeah. And then the first quiz I did for Devin off camera was based on your favorite things, which hair color you should have, and he got blue.
Which is really not anywhere near my favorite color.
No, but it's your hair color. Nobody says that your hair has to match your favorite color.
But if you're going to go out of your way to do that, why wouldn't it be your favorite color?
I don't know. Okay, let's...
I said this book's shenanigans.
I know.
All right, so we're still at Miami International. We live here. Yeah, Lauren says it's like we live here now. So we've been here for like
8 hours.
A while, yeah, like 8 hours. So we initially were going to have a very, like I said in the earlier bit, a very narrow window, like 20 minutes to get from our Miami flight getting into Denver to our connection that's leaving from Denver to Reno. Well, the flight got here, and after assurances from the people at the front desk, or at the check-in desk, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to be on time, we'll get you out quick as possible. Anyway, it got delayed again, like 10 minutes, so.
They're still boarding. They're still boarding right now, and it's 4:49.
Yeah,
So, now they're not planning to leave until after 5. Like 5:08 is their new departure time.
Yeah, so I mean
Which means we'd have 10 minutes.
Yeah, so it's like not gonna happen. Like not gonna happen at all. What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, so it's like it's physically impossible. We'd have to fly from one terminal to the other. So we took another option, which takes us, that's a longer flight by about 2 hours, but it takes us to San Francisco, and then San Francisco back to Reno. So there's a couple of issues with that. Like our bags might not get there until tomorrow, our checked bags, which is a pain in the butt, but we have our tags showing that they were like en route and all that stuff. So if we need to just swing by the airport tomorrow or whatever to pick them up, that's fine. It's just going to be a really long day. So hopefully everything else goes smooth. So we've been hearing birds for like a half hour, and there are some birds in the airport. But then Lauren just realized that, or remembered that we have this sound machine in our bag, and apparently it's been on the whole time. So bird setting. So we're about a half hour out. It's been a day, y'all. Don't recommend it. A lot of long hours of travel. So we'll catch you later. All right, so we made it across country. We're in San Francisco now. It is currently 10 o'clock local time, 10:10. But it feels like 1 our time after having spent a week in Florida. So our flight has been delayed an hour. So just more weather stuff. It's like a big, just cascading issues all over the country.
Well, this plane's coming from Portland, and what I don't understand is it's already in the air.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's like. It's in the air, but it's still delayed an hour. So maybe they had flights from other places using terminals or gates. I don't know. It's a whole mess. So, given that this is day one of this huge storm that's happening across the U.S., I don't know. As crappy as all this travel today was, maybe it was better that we didn't wait the extra day, because it's only gonna get worse.
But like waiting the extra day, at least we'd go like in the morning, maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
That's fair. I think this is a lose-lose situation.
Probably. This way.
Yeah. All right. We're working on finding our way to the gate, and Lauren wants to upgrade our seats, which I wholly endorse.
Now we're in 8 instead of 26.
That ain't bad. All right.
I mean, going in 39 was like the worst experience of my life.
That was a nightmare. That was telling Lauren on the way out. That was the most. I think that may have been the most unruly flight we have ever been on. It was screaming kids and unruly people just wandering up and down the aisles. They completely trashed the entire airplane.
It's just because it was so long.
But yeah, it was. 6.5 hours. It's long.
I haven't been on a long flight like that in a while.
It's a long flight. Yeah, for sure. It was nuts. It was just nuts. It was wild. All right, we'll update you as it comes. Hey, Lauren. Guess who's not going to work tomorrow?
You?
Yeah, this guy.
Get in so late.
Yeah, I need to sleep. All right, 17 hours-ish. We're going home.